Greetings to everyone. This is the third video under Unit 3 Biodiversity and Biotic Resources. In this video, let's discuss about the hotspots in India. We have discussed in the previous videos that biodiversity is the variety and variability among the living organisms. And because of that variability, we have got a lot of values. We are getting food, we are getting medicines, commercial products, and we give social value, aesthetic value. Apart from that, all the values, biodiversity majorly maintains the environment in balance. Let's come to the biodiversity in India. We know that India is rich in biodiversity because of our climatic conditions, and India has 8.1 percentage of total world's biodiversity. In contrast to our area is just 2.4 percentage. India occupies 7th position in plant richest nation. So we are considering India as a mega biodiversity nation. Let's see few of the areas in India where we have got a lot of biodiversity. Gujarat is a home to nearly 7,000 species of plants and animals. Its geographic location is characterized by the mountain ranges of Aravallis, Vindhyas, Satpuras, and the longest coastal line among the Indian state. And it is famous for its unique saline desert called Ran, which is seasonally inundated with seawater. Here we have got a lot of varieties of biodiversities include coral reefs, and we have mudflats, estuaries. Gujarat has 25 protected areas. These 25 protected areas cover an area of 16,902.41 square kilometers, which accounts for 8.6 percentage of the state geographical area. The species diversity is rich in Gujarat as seen. We have 4,228 plant species and 2,728 animal species. They are remarkably adapted to a wide range of habitat, including on land and in freshwater and marine water. And the state contains 14 percentage of fish, 9 percentage of amphibians, 19 percentage of reptiles, 37 percentage of birds, 25 percentage of mammals recorded in the country. The hotspots of biodiversity. The term was introduced by Mayer in 1988 to address the importance of conserving the biodiversity. The area which exhibit high species richness as well as high species endemism are called as hotspots of biodiversity. Endemism means we found few species will be available only in a particular area. Such type of species are called endemic species. Biodiversity hotspots are a method to identify those regions of world where the attention is needed to address the biodiversity loss and to focus on their conservation. The world's most remarkable places are almost threatened. So the hotspots are the richest and most threatened reservoirs of plant and animal life on the earth. And these hotspots covers only 2% of the land area but have 50% of the terrestrial biodiversity. And this is our need to conserve them. An area can be considered an hotspot when it contains at least 0.5 percentage or 1500 species of plant which are endemic, and it should have lost at least 705 of its primary vegetation. About 40 percentage of terrestrial plants, 25 percentage of vertebrate species are endemic and found in these hotspots. These are the areas of high biodiversity, endemism, and are all threatened by the human activities. And measures of protecting these hotspots need to be planned, keeping in view about the human settlement and travel issues. And these hotspots are in Western Amazon and various areas, and all over the world we have 34 hotspots, and three of them lie in India, extending into the neighboring countries like Indo-Burma region, Eastern Himalayas, and Western Ghats, Sri Lanka region. Indian hotspots are very rich in flora and wealth, endemic species of plants, reptiles, amphibians, and swallow-tailed butterflies, and some mammals. This picture shows 34 biodiversity spots. I'm not going to discuss in detail about that. We are focusing on the India. These are the 34 hot terrestrial hotspots. But if you can find 25 hotspots in few textbooks, and later on few more were added, and now it's 34. But as per our syllabus, we focus majorly on that two major hotspots in India. Let's start the Indo-Burma region. This region covers 2 million kilometers square of tropical Asia, east of the Ganges and Brahmaputra, and it covers Indo-Chinese sub-regions. This hotspot contains a lower Mekong catchment area, eastern Bangladesh, northeastern India, south of the Brahmaputra River, nearly all of Myanmar, and few more regions in Thailand, Malaysia. Characterized by distinct seasonal weather patterns and a wide diversity of ecosystems like evergreen, deciduous, montane forests, shrublands, woodlands, low land floodplain, swamps, mangroves, etc. And we can find large number of mammals which are endemic and also hold in endemic in freshwater turtle species, most of which are threatened with extinction due to overharvesting and excessive habitat loss. And even birds also, 1300 different bird species are also found in Indo-Burma region. Here are the few organisms I mentioned. Annamite striped rabbit, Geisha dove, large adult, montats, leaf deer. These are the few birds. Grey-crowned crozius, white-eared night heron, and orange-necked partridge. These are all present in the Indo-Burma region. If you consider the Western Ghats, it extends along 17,000 kilometer square strip of forest in Maharashtra, Karnataka, Kerala, and Tamil Nadu. It has 40% of the total endemic plant species, 62% of the amphibians, and 50% lizards are endemic. The major centers of biodiversity are the hilly area, which covers Agastyamalaya Hills, Silent Valley, the new Amalamba Reserve Basin. Only 6.8% of the original forests are existing today, and the rest has been deforested because of various developmental activities. And the eastern Himalayan region, displays an ultra-varied topography, that forest species diversity and endemism. And here 4,250 plant species are found, of which 60% are endemic. And certain species are even parasitic angiosperms. Sapria himalayana, which is one of the Rafflesian species found in this eastern Himalayan region only. Out of the world's recorded flora, 30% are endemic to India, of which 35,000 are in Himalayas. This hotspot is an active center of our organic evolution and is considered as cradle of flowering plants. This is what the Sapria himalayana, which is a Rafflesian species, which is the biggest flower, and it is a parasitic plant actually. Although the hotspots are characterized by endemism, a few species are common to the hotspots of India. And the major issue is these plants and animals are in danger because of our activities, where we need to protect such plants and animals, even the birds. You can see beautiful birds here. These are all endemic to the hotspots in India, and we need to conserve them in order to maintain balance in the environment. We will discuss the conservation techniques in my next video. Thank you.